The brass nameplate on the mahogany door read Ashford and Ashford Architectural Photography in serif letters so crisp they could cut glass. Dahlia ran her thumb along the edge of her portfolio case, a nervous habit. She stopped herself before the second pass.
Ms. Ashford will see you now.
The receptionist, an elegant woman in her 50s, composed and impeccably professional, gestured toward the door with the faint smile of someone who had witnessed this exact moment many times before. Dahlia stood, smoothed the front of her blouse. The silk was the color of strong espresso, and she'd chosen it deliberately, not black. Black was trying too hard. Espresso said, "I know what I'm doing, and I don't need to announce it." The office beyond the door was larger than she'd expected. North-facing windows, a wall of framed prints, buildings caught in that narrow hour when daylight turned structural steel into something almost tender. The air smelled like developing chemicals and someone's very expensive perfume. Vivienne Ashford rose from behind a desk that looked like it had belonged to her grandfather.
Dahlia, thank you for coming in.
Her voice landed somewhere between invitation and assessment. She extended her hand and Dahlia took it. Cool palm, firm grip. A single beat longer than strictly professional.
Thank you for seeing me on short notice,
Dahlia said.
I know your studio doesn't typically take unsolicited submissions.
We don't.
Vivienne released her hand and leaned back against the front edge of her desk, arms crossing loosely. She didn't offer Dahlia a chair.
But your email was persuasive.
The word hung in the air a half-second too long.
Dahlia's pulse ticked up at the base of her throat. She ignored it. I figured if I was only going to get one shot, I should make it count.
Is that a philosophy you apply broadly?
Only when the subject deserves it.
Vivienne's mouth shifted. Not quite a smile. Something more private. She was younger than Dahlia had expected, mid-30s maybe, with dark hair pulled back in a low twist that was coming undone at the temples. Her blazer was charcoal wool, tailored within an inch of its life, and beneath it she wore a silk shell in a shade of cream that made her skin look like it had been lit from within.
May I?
Vivienne nodded toward the portfolio. Dahlia handed it over. Their fingers didn't touch. Almost. The near miss was somehow louder than contact would have been. Vivienne unzipped the case and laid the prints across her desk with the careful deliberation of someone handling evidence. She didn't speak. Her index finger traced the edge of each photograph, not quite touching the emulsion, hovering just above it, as if the image might transmit something through proximity alone. Dahlia watched her watch the work. The first print was a row of brownstones in Brooklyn Heights. Dahlia had shot them at 6 in the morning when the light cut diagonally across the brick and left the windows glowing gold. The second was the Manhattan Bridge underbelly, all rivets and shadow. The third,
This one,
Vivienne said. She didn't look up. Her finger had stopped at the fourth print, a fire escape on the Lower East Side, rust blooming across the iron like lichen, morning glory vines threading through the grate. Someone had left a coffee cup on one of the landings, a small, forgettable human detail that Dahlia had centered in the frame.
Why did you leave the cup in?
Dahlia hesitated. Because the building didn't build itself.
Vivienne's eyes lifted. Gray. Or maybe blue. The north light made it difficult to tell, and the ambiguity felt intentional.
Most photographers would have moved it, cleaned up the shot.
Most photographers are documenting architecture. I'm documenting the reason architecture exists.
Silence stretched between them. Vivienne's expression didn't change, but something behind her eyes shifted. A door cracking open an inch, a light switching on in a previously dark room.